I'm going to take you to the cleaners. I'm going to take you to Bermuda, Jamaica. I'm a pretty mama. All right, mama. Something to do with I'm going to take you to see the mama. I'm going to take you to see the in-laws. I'm going to take you wherever you want to go. But I'm going to take you to the cleaners, and some of you could well be taking someone through the wash. Or need a wash, something to do with that being washed. Watch shop. I'm opening up a clock or watch shop. Anyway, Taurus, before we get on with your channel messages, how you doing? This is your 2021 predictions, and I haven't actually done this for a whole... Well, I've never really done it for a whole year, and I've done it for Aries, and they had a very... Oh, wow, man, that was very upsetting what Aries had. But this is your channel messages. If you are indicative with an Aries, I forgot to say in that their tarot reading really did show up a lot of the signs that I was saying in the channeled messages. They really did start to show up in the cards, and they're extended. Okay, so what have we got for you, Taurus? So the prediction so far is that you could well be opening up a shop for a lot of you, like your own business. Because I heard like KFC, UFC, Kev, the name Kevin, or opening up a shop and opening up my own franchise of something. Also someone called Franny, or Fanny, or Francesca, Francesca, or chess, some sort of chess shop, chest shop. Some of you it's to do with like ladies kind of like things, like lingerie or something like that. But I definitely keep hearing that I'm going to be able to take you to Bermuda, I'm going to be able to take you to Jamaica, I'm going to take you to wherever it is that you want to go, unless I am from these places. But I keep hearing that you're going to be overwhelmed by the amount of money that you're going to have. Now, okay, it's just made me kind of think maybe of the Aries reading, because they had someone that was physically lost in their channel messages, and also their tarot reading, and that was, I'm going to leave you with a lot of stuff. Now, I really hope that you, because like I said, channel messages, Taurus, they can be from anyone, anywhere, anything. I just have to give you them, okay, and then for you to work out of a prediction of what you can't change, basically, right? So it's something about being shortchanged as well. The name's Short, or James, I keep hearing James and the Giant Peach, of something like that, or Peachy Keen, the name Kiki, or Cece, Kiki, or someone's very kinky, whatever it is, but Cece, Kiki. But I'm hearing like a Peach, like James and the Giant, or Peach, or like some story, or a bookshop, or something like that. Because I keep hearing like a bookworm, or a bookshop, or opening up a watch shop. Also, like a one-stop shop. So it might not be you, it could be your partner, but again, I'm hearing that someone here that you know of could well be opening up their own franchise and their own shop, and it's more of a like a stop in, stop over kind of come in. It's like, come on in. It's like, come in. We've got this, we've got this to offer. It's like, no, it's all right, come in. It's like, if you want all of these things, then they're here for you to pick. So basically, if you do anything on a sideline, now the name was Simon, or if you do anything on a sideline with a Leo maybe, or a lion, but I've got no idea. But if you do anything with like a lion or a Leo, then there's this sideline, right, that you might have, and you might have to pick a side here, and you might have to, because I'm picking up a line being drawn, so it'll be around 7. So I'm picking up that you got to pick a side, and it's like, look, whose side are you on? Whose line is it anyway, right? But whose side are you on? Because it's a bit like mimicking of whose line is it anyway. It's like and these people jumping around in the TV show, right? Because I keep picking up like a performance or a show or something like that, and it might even be around Libra. But like putting on a show, putting on a performance, and it's kind of like performance arts, or it's selling things, buying things within a shop. But I'm definitely hearing though that it could be something to do with around like you're going to have to pick a side. Who are you picking on? So you kind of got your love life that might be turning up here somewhere. Okay, we'll go with it. But it's like, whose side are you on anyway? Are you on our side or are you on their side? Because I don't know because it's like a competition here, Taurus, and it's like, okay, we're now in the market. We're on the market. The name Mark, something to do with around Capricorn. X marks the spot, the X, and that we could now be in competition with one another. It's kind of like, well, my X is doing what I'm doing. It's going to be tarot reading or something. It's like, okay, I've got this person and that person, and now my X is doing that. So it's something like the eczema, the summit, the summit or eczema. Some of you could have eczema or an eczema, because I keep saying eczema. Okay, but the eczema, I keep hearing the eczema, the eczema. Someone calls someone Ma. You right there, Ma? How you getting on, Ma? From eczema. I don't know. Anyway, but the ex-ma. So the ex-mother or the ex-mother-in-law. But it feels like that you're in competition. What I do, they do. And if I do, you do. And if I can do it, I can do it better. And then you can do better. What I can do, you can do. I can do better. It's like, well, if you can do it, then I can do it better than you. So you really seem to be having this competition with someone, but if you're buying and selling and marketing and all that kind of stuff, then it's like, well, if you do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, I can do it better than you. And I'm going to have to try and get it out quicker than you. Right? So it feels like that making a load of things, making them, doing them, and then putting them out quicker than anybody else. Right? Because it feels like I've got to beat the market and I've got to beat everybody to the punch kind of energy. Right? And in order for us to get there, we're going to have to put everything out ahead of time, quicker than anybody else before they come up with this idea or before they do it. Because it really feels like this one step ahead and trying to get ahead of everybody and trying to do that and trying to put things out in front of everybody else, right? In front of everybody else. Because I keep picking up these things being stacked all in front of one another, right? So what's that for? Like stacking things on top of one another. Things stacking up. Things really building up and stacking up, Taurus. Stacks, giant haystacks. Like hay bale. Unless Haley, the name Haley, or Hale and Pace. Today, children, we're going to be in the hospital, aren't we? But you probably wouldn't know Hale and Pace. I don't know if you got hospital visit though. They're saying, but take a pacemaker. Okay, so I don't know if any of you. Wow, I really hope any of you have really not got anything to do around Aries sign, but something to do with a pacemaker. And also a peacemaker as well. Like, I don't know if any of you are into like making a gun or anything like that. Like gum or gun. Like a piece, a side piece. Okay, you could really be dealing with a Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. But, or the name Crystal. All right, Crystal, how you doing? But you could really be dealing with a Meg Ryan and a Billy Crystal. Right, so that's the piece on the side. I like my cream with the cat. So some of you have got a third party going on with a cat. So that could be the lion for a lot of you. That could be your love life that seems to be coming out through your 2021 predictions, Taurus. So something to do with around, I prefer my piece of cream with a Leo. So someone's been licking someone. Licking? I mean, why would you lick somebody? Someone just goes up to someone and says, let's lick you. And they're like, whoa, where are you licking? Someone's definitely licking up a... You're on YouTube, Stephen? Yeah, I know. Someone's definitely licking someone, that's for sure. Lick, or the name Lynn, or lick, lipstick, licking their lipstick. Licking your lipstick. Someone likes to lick their lipstick. Oh, I got no, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius because there was lips. Something to do with someone's lips. I don't know if you're opening your own beauty shop. Okay, so some of you could be opening up your own beauty shop and you do Botox and because I had a watch shop, well that could be a Bolex, so that might be a fake watch. So because of that, it's now saying that this watch now could have been Botox, right? So like, come in, madam, would you like your Botox or would you like your Bolox like enlarged? Because it's either like big Bolux. So you could have a lot to do with around a Taurus. Well, you are a Taurus. So I forgot I was doing Taurus. But, well, you could be dealing with another one. But big Bolox Taurox is what I'm hearing. But big Bolox, it's like, oh, come on in here, dearie. What big Bolox you've got? And it's like, yeah, I've got quite big Bolox. So someone has got Goldilocks. Goldie Lion and the Three Bears. Ooh, y'all coming up with the threes. We all don't like the threes, right, Taurus? But something to do with around Teresa. We don't like Teresa. Someone doesn't like Treacle or Teresa. Oh, no. Why not? Why not? Someone doesn't like Treacle or Teresa. It's like, well, I don't like Treacle. I don't know, because I'm hearing like Jan, or Jason, or like someone that lives adjacent to you. Okay, but like, oh, I don't like them. I'm hearing, oh, I don't like them. I don't like Em. Some of you don't like Emma, or some of you don't like Emily. I don't know. Someone's definitely going rotten though, or Rotterdam, going to Rotterdam or Amsterdam, or like going to Rotterdam, and it's like, oh, I don't like them, but I'm going there. So there's someone's going to like, well, I'm going off to Piccadilly Circus. If you are part of Tier 2, the 1st to the 15th will be out by now by the time these come out, but you really want to watch those because they're an hour each, the 1st to the 15th of January. But you probably have already for a lot of you. But if you haven't, you're missing out, trust me. But something to do with, I'm off to Rotterdam, I'm off to Piccadilly Circus. Who was that reading for? Where someone was off to Tipperary. And like, well, temporarily, temper, so something to do with temperance, so you could have a big energy of Sagittarius here, Taurus. So, well, I'm off having a temper tantrum, and I'm off to Tipperary to tip her. This is kind of like the TV show Tip It or something. Tip it, tip it, tip it, tip it, tip it. Tipton, somewhere from Tipton. Tulips, Tim, the name Tim and the Tulips. I'm going to see Tim and the Tulips. Anyway, sorry. So, for a lot of you, anyway, let's stick with the main messages. Some of you this year, you're really thinking about opening up your own franchise and your own business. And it really does feel like that it really could go well, okay? But I heard the Tory party, something to do with Tories. Now that could be public, anything to begin with P, a pub. You might even open up your own pub or have a pug wash. Because I'm hearing like you might have a dog service or something like that and you wash dogs and cats and that might be licking. So licking for something, like licking. Why is this licking keep coming up? But like a dog or a cat that keeps licking, like purring and licking and licking and licking. So you might have a dog or you might own a restaurant for a lot of you, or like a where you bring your dogs in and they get washed and scrubbed and like that, and then you send them off all back and clean and stuff like that. Because dogs and cats, because I'm picking up that it's raining cats and dogs for a lot of you. Raining Lorraine or raining cats and dogs. Okay, but some of you, if you've got a sideline, for instance, right, and you kind of do that now, throughout this year, that could really start to be quite profitable of an idea that you've got that you kind of do as like, well, I do something, but really what I'm kind of interested in is this other thing, right? Well, this other thing that you've got is something that is gonna, for the future, could well be where you start to open up like your own franchise and your own shop. Because they're saying something that I'd done a long time ago that was called the shopkeeper, the timekeeper, and the 1% profit or something like that, right? And it was to do with, but I called it the profit, as in a profit, right? But making a profit from a profit. So you really could be making a profit off tarot or something like this, or crystals, or anything esoteric or anything like that. Okay, but making a profit. From a margin, the name Marge, or Marchant, the name Marchant, or Archant, from Argentina, the name Tina, or Argentina. Okay, from Argentina. So making a profit margin and making the most of it. Because they're saying, look, you've got to make the most of it with this. Okay, so I really hope that you haven't got references for own areas. I'm trying to stay away from each reading. I'm trying to stay away from them. Some of you are really trying to stay away from an M, or an Emily, or an Emma, or trying to stay away from them. Because I'm hearing like, I'm trying to spend two instances. One, I'm trying to spend all of the time that I have left with them. Okay, because I'm looking at change. It's like I'm trying to see like how much like I have left, right? How much I have left. So it's like or lefty, the name left. But again, I'm trying to spend all the time that I have left with this person, right? So I don't know if you really are, if you do know anybody as like I said, these could be worldly predictions of stuff that you witnessed through this year, okay? But I'm trying to spend all the time that I have left with this person or with them, okay? With Emily, or something like that. And I'm trying to spend all the time that I have left with them. because they're saying I'm being left with them. I am being left with them. See, again, references that came out through Aries, there was someone that was being left things, right? And they keep saying left, 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 turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. So we're doing around Cancerian as well, right? But like turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, like an indication of like a red light, green light, so Cancerian. So like turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left, turn left. But I'm taking, oh, okay, left. Again, it's a stroke. It came up through Aries reading. It was, because like I said, you've got to put these pieces together. If I keep saying this, I'm sorry, but new people come in and they don't understand and they're like, what on earth is all this jargon, right? But again, if you don't understand, you don't. But left arm, someone that you know, that could be the arm that I was coming up with around the holster and the arms, right? It could be in the arm. It could be in someone's left arm. So that's what I'm saying. There could be someone that is left things through the arm. An earth sign, Taurus. You might know a Taurus because it came up in Aries reading. It did, sorry, I'm kind of trying to recollect. It was Taurus, 4 of Pentacles in reverse with a fire sign child in reverse right next to each other. And it was to do with around that I'm being left this. Because it was the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the 4 of Pentacles upright. Okay, you really need to watch those readings, guys. I think it's very cheap, really. It's £12, which is what, $13, $14 for a whole month? And you get everything, like yearly reading, 2 bi-weekly readings, a bonus, your monthly, everything. But again, I am being left something, and it seems like that this stroke could happen around someone that you know, and it goes down their left arm. And it also goes to their left arm as well, meaning it goes to one of these people. It goes to the person on their left. So you got Libra energies here. It's like I'm going to see the person on the left. The last door on the left. Because that was a film, right? A horror film. And it's I'm going to see the last daughter on the left. I'm going to see the last daughter. I'm going to see my daughter for the last time. What? I'm going to see my daughter for the very last time, or for the very first time. See, there was a pregnancy. Again, you really need to watch Aries reading, guys. I suppose I'm giving you it. But I mean, I really do need your guys' help in order for me to do this. You know, I need patrons as well, you know. But I'm going to give you the channel messages. But something like birth and... Like, I'm going to go and see my daughter for the very last time, as I'm going to see my daughter for the very first time. So you've got death and pregnancy here. You've got death and birth. You've got Scorpio energy. You've got death and rebirth. You have got judgment. So you've got big references around Aries people. Around, I'm going to see my granddaughter for the very first time, and I'm going to see my daughter for the very last time. Last time that I saw your face. Yeah, because I didn't mention this, but a lot of you've probably seen the intro, which is "I'll burn for you," right? Well, when I first started the Aries reading, I said something around, because I didn't say it, I don't think, but the first message I heard was burn your hair, burn hair, burned, or burn hair, or something like that. And then I thought, what on earth does that mean? And then it was to do with a cremation or something, and it was to do with burning your hair. And then I thought, I would burn for you, and that was the Angel Radio. That's past, present, and future music. Future music, future Ventura. Some of you could be going off the future Ventura, okay? So you've got this strange energy around, I'm going to see you for the first time, and I'm going to see you for the very last time also, right? So is this to do with like daughters, sons and daughters, stepfather, stepson? Because I'm picking up like stepfather. I'm going to see my stepfather for the very first time or very last time. Going to see my father for the very first time. I'm getting mixed up of children that might be going to see their father for the first time. But again, if there's a pregnancy here, then there would be something of I'm going to see them for the first time. So there might be where kids are like getting into a relationship, and they're like, we're going to meet the parents. Because there's going to meet people here, getting to know you, getting to know them, getting to know their folks. So you really could meet a new person here for a lot of you, and you get to go and meet their parents here. That could be a Taurus. You might have something to do with my ex. You know, you can see her. But so going to meet the parents for the very first time. Good luck. But something to do with I'm going to meet the parents for the very first time. Or meet this child for the very first time, because it's going to meet and greet. So some of you could be doing like a meet and greet thing where you go and visit people across the country or something, well, which is what I'm hopefully planning on doing at some point, is coming to meet everybody. So it's a bit like a meat market, or the name Mark, or a meat mark, or a Capricorn. And I'm going to meet a Capricorn for the first time, for a lot of you. But like a meet and greet, like I'm greeting you and I'm meeting you at the same time. It's a bit like a flyover and a meet in the middle kind of energy. Like we're going to meet each other here kind of energy. Alright, we're going to meet. Because I'm picking up like a meet a mark, 12, 21, 12 that was on the clock. So 3 and 3, 6 Capricorn, Gemini, 3 Pisces. Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini in someone's chart, mixture of. Okay, of a meeting and a mixture, mix it up, mixing and mastering. Some of you could be doing music like I do also, and you do a lot of mixing and mastering. Doctor mix, some of you could be doing something around doctor mix. Doctor, little green bag. So that would be, well, yeah, stuck in the middle with you. With Julian, the name Julian, or someone that is Jewish, okay, stuck in the middle with you, so stuck right here with you, so Pisces, so you could have a hangman here, and I'm stuck right in the middle with you, Pisces. I'm right in it now, we're in it together. It's like if we're in it to win it, and if we're going to do it, we're going to go for gold. So I'm definitely hearing that as a gold digger, or like someone that's going for gold, of like a, I don't know, like a competition of running a marathon or something like that, or the name Ma, I keep hearing Ma, or Mark, or M, anything to do with M, and going for gold and going for it. It's like, yeah, we're going to go for it. So I don't know if you're going for like a baby, or going to stay somewhere, and you say, oh no, we're going to go for it then. If we're going to go, we're going to go, right? I'm hearing that. So it could be a holiday, but for a lot of you it could be like we're going to meet each other for the first time. And it could also be for some of you where we're going to go for it. If we're going to do this, we're going to go for it. Like we're going to invest into a business, we're going to invest into a shop, we're going to put everything on the market. So some of you might be selling up a property or a house in order to fund your, like, I don't know, say if you, say if this is a shop or something like that, you might be the shopkeeper and timekeeper, so you might be able to keep your times. This is a one-stop shop that sells newspapers as well, but like live there, like live in the shop, like a live-in shop, like a live-in doll, something to do with a doll, or a doll's face, or dolls. Like there are dolls in this place that they sell, like antique dolls. Okay. Steve, how many times do you want to say dolls? 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 Is that a dog? Is it dolls? But again, like selling dolls or something. Okay, so all in. We're going all in. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. So we're probably going to do it together. So you could be from up Dudley or something like that. Okay, but if we're going to do it, we're going to do it together. We're not going to do it apart. We're going to do it together. So this could be like starting on a, even could be something like mortgage, and that you move in together and you do it together. You don't do, whatever this is, you don't do it on your own. Okay, that's the main message. Is that you don't do this on your own. You do that with this person. Okay, so you're going to be definitely together with someone here. Okay, 100%. If you're not already, then you will be. And if you are, this is going to be the person that you're going to be doing it with. Okay, and it's something like opening up a shop or going to meet this person, and you know them already. Okay, if you are in relationships, well, even if you're in or out of them, There is something where you're going to be opening up this franchise and this shop, and you're going to be working very hard for it, okay, for them. So, so you might be doing this for an M, or Emily, or Emma, or doing it for them. So if you're doing it for them, then what are you doing it for? Them. So some of you own your own business, some of you don't, and you'll be doing it for a person. Meaning, if you want me to do it, I will do it, and I will do it for you. I will do it for you, but I will do it for you. Jim will fix it for... Oh, okay, we're going to leave old Jim out of it. But Jim will fix it for you. That was a very bad character. But Jim could even just be Jim, and we're going to do it for Jim. Okay, we're going to do it for Jim. We're going to do it for Jim. So some of this could be the actual gym itself, like the gymnasium, and we're going to do it together. So if you want to lose weight or anything like that, so look, if you want to lose weight, come to the gym and we'll do it together. It'll just be me and you, and we'll do it together. Okay, so something like that. But for some of you, this really is a message that you could well be opening up your own franchise and business of a shop. And if, like I said, if you have this as a sideline now, this is something that you could really be thinking right now. And then through the year is what you make of it, right? Because it's like we're going to have to make it to break it. So we're going to have to break it's like a bull in a china shop really, but we're going to have to break all of this stuff and break it down and break down how much we've got and how much money we can afford. Maybe get out like a remortgage or a mortgage or something, and we're going to have to break down all what we have and what we've got, disintegrate it and dissolve it in order to make this. Right? So in order to make this happen, there's something here that you have to let go of when it involves business, which could be a job. It could be a house and a mortgage in order to get a better house and mortgage. And it might be, look, if we get a better house or a bigger house, we might be able to start doing this business from this bigger place, because you might have grandchildren and children that are here, because I'm picking up quite a few people, right? And in order to do it, they just keep saying to me, if we're going to do it, then we're going to do it right, child. So I got my man George, the George Hotel, something like a hotel, like a pub or a restaurant, and you might be thinking about opening up your own pub or restaurant, because there is a place here called the George Hotel, right? And do it, child. So I got my mind set on you. It's gonna take money, a whole lot of spending money to do it right, child. So yeah, to do it right, child. So right child or Ray Charles, Ray Charles. You never grow digger. But Ray Charles, something to do with Ray or Al, Ali, Steve, Ray, Al's opening up your own company, driving. Some of you. Right, so if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So some of you might be asked to take over a company or take over a business, like a hotel or a property of a pub or restaurant, and you might be asked to do it right, meaning like someone that was doing it wrong. Whatever this person was in this business, they were doing it the wrong way. They're saying that this person was doing it wrong, right? Because they were doing it wrong, this person's out, right? So they may have left the building. That could be Elvis, but whatever it is, or Evelyn, or Stevelyn, or something like that. But like, they're out. If they're out, then I'm in, right? Because there's loads of Steves that are floating around here, right, as well. That would be Taurus, yeah, that would be people I know also, other people called Steve that are indicative of the Taurus. If Steve's out, then we're in. Or if we're in with Steve or we're out with Steve. It's either falling in or falling out of love with a Steve also. So I'm falling in love with the Steve and I'm falling out in love with another Steve. So there's quite a few Steves here. Stephen King, novelist or Nobel Prize, or no. See, because I'm hearing this no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. So you could be dealing with a Libra or a Gemini or an air sign. And it's like, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Does that make sense, Taurus? Not really. So I don't know. That could be where someone's got options and they're like, no to this one, but yes to this one. No to that one, yes to this one. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1. So Wayne, the name Wayne, because these could be people that you meet. Who knows, right? It could be called Jim, but like people that you meet. Because it's something to do with the meet and greet and meat, like a meat market or selling meat itself, like selling food, like in a shop or something like that. And I could meet a Mark there. You could meet someone that's called Mark in a shop or something like that. Okay. But I keep hearing that if we're going to go in this and do it, then we're going to do it right. Because the person that did it before left this person in a state. Right, so there could be a love life that somebody left someone in a complete and utter state, and then you meet someone new. This could be a state, which is what you get in America, right? But or places, different places. But here we're cities, we're not states. But again, like someone's in a state, someone's moving from a state to another state, or a, you know what I'm saying, or a steak, right? You want a bit of steak, right? So that could be the food bit. But like leaving someone that is in an absolute state, right? They've done it wrong. They went about things the wrong way. That's what I'm saying. There's the 180. They could have references of Aquarius and all that sort of stuff because someone's done a hell of a 180. Hello Kitty. Could be Kitty, Paul McCartney, Kitty, Cat, and a Hell, which would also be Helgar, Stereophonics. Kelly, right, Kelly, and it could also be a Capricorn, right, but some sort of hell of a state, like you've left this place in a hell of a state. What we're going to do with it? Well, we said that if we're going to do it right, then we're going to do it right, child. Righteous, righteous, the child's, what do you call it with all the money? Rothschild, the Rothschild effect. Anyway, butterfly effect. But a factory, some sort of factory, right? But like, okay, we'll just turn up and bam, it's like, oh man, what an absolute state this person's in, or what a state that this person's left this place in. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to have to take down all the windows, take all the doors. It could be called Richard or Pryor or something like that, okay? So you could be called Richard, and you're like, you know what are we going to do now with all these people in a state? Or man, because I don't know, because I keep picking up people being upset and crying over something, like a crying shame or a crime that has been committed in a place, and you're like, man, this place is like a crime, like a crime scene. It's like there's just stuff dripping all over the place, the ceiling's dripping with water, like water dripping through the lights, and like what we're going to do with it? Well, we're going to have to strip it all down and then rebuild. So you've got like someone that could also do plastering, or painting, decorating, and all of this kind of stuff. If you don't do it as a living, then it could be somewhere where you could well be living, and that you, I don't know, you really could be like where you buy properties and you strip them all down and then you rebuild them and do them all up nice and then sell it, right? So you could be on the market for, well, we used to do it. I used to be a bricklayer for 20 years, so we used to build houses and stuff like that. And then you do them all up and you sell them, right? So there is something around marketing, around buying and selling houses, properties, doing them up, selling them. You might just be called in order to clean them or actually decorate them before they're being sold. Okay, you might be on the market for buying new places, new houses, renovating places, and then physically selling them. Okay, so if you're in the money, then you can obviously afford to buy places, do them up, sell them. Okay, now whether this is your property that you're selling or someone else's, right? But I'm definitely picking up a lot of that kind of energy that's coming up for you for your month, for your year. Okay, 2021. And a lot of soliciting. What? Melissa or Mel or soliciting. Oh, we don't want soliciting, right? Or solicitors. You might have to go to the solicitor in order to sign things through this. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be a marriage. Because I picked up the big party, the big 4-0. Now, that it's like a big event, whatever it is. It's like a huge event, right? or Evie, Devi, or event, or something like that, and like a big event, right? Now, for some of that, I'm picking up that it would be someone's party. Now, obviously, through the year, you're going to have your birthday, but I'm picking up that this is someone that's reaching that, the big 40, or the big 50, or the big 60, or the big 70, right? Now, I'm picking up 7. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian or a life path number 7, but something around like the big 7. The big 7. What? The big 7. The big 7-Eleven, like a 7-Eleven, like a one-stop shop or something like that. 7 and 11. 7, 8, 9, you could be dealing also with a Virgo for some of you. Somewhere, somewhere over the Pisces, right, with Libra in the chart and Sagittarius, they're all here. Anyway, but something, that was so camp, Steve. Are you a female? No, I'm not a female, no. What? It could be a same-sex relationship here. But I was going to say, are you a feminine sign, Steve? Yes, Pisces, right. Do you like women? Yes. But something like somewhere over the rainbow. So Bungle, Zippy or George, up the George Hotel. So there really is. Chris, you might be taking over the George Hotel. Chris, Christine, also picking up Chris, Christopher, Christine, crisscross, make you wanna. So someone's making you want to cross Taiwan. Someone could be from Taiwan or Tatiana or something like that, making you cross. But do you wanna dance with the devil in the dark? Capricorns. So it's kind of like they're making me cross. What do I do? So I don't know. So anyway, so you could be taking over, say, a pub or restaurant, and it could even be this place up here that I see, because this place is the George up here, and someone could be taking it over. Now, if that represents anybody that could have lost somebody in Taurus, lost someone. So Taurus, you might witness that you might lose someone here, and then you get to take over here. And this person might be a person that runs a business, right? They might run their own business, and this person could pass on. And because they pass on, Parsons, the name Parsons, because they pass on, because it's really coming through as someone that will know an Aries. You will notice this in your life. You trust me, out of all the people that you know in your life, Taurus, you're going to know an Aries somewhere, right? So you will witness these. So how this involves you is someone that you know may leave something to somebody, and it could be a business or a place. And if they physically fly off and they go somewhere, they're going to leave this building, and it's going to be an opportunity for you in order to take it over, okay? But it's going to make people cross here, and the work that you have to do to this place could well make you cross. So make sure that you cross all the I's, dot all the T's, and you go over it with a fine-tooth comb. All this paperwork that is going to be given to you, make sure that you study it and check this place first, because it really feels like that things are falling apart slightly, okay? Fall, something to do with a trip, might not quite go to plan, and it could be also dealing with a Pisces for a lot of you somewhere, okay? Because it would be a fool. So you would be a fool to take it. Oh, okay, so they're now saying that you would be a fool to take it. Oh, bruv, you're going to confuse the hell out of them. Capricorn. You'll be a fuel Cancerian. Oh, man. You're going to think I'm crazy. You'll be a fuel to take it. A travelling company. If there's anything of anybody watching here of a travelling company that involves fuel, and maybe a Cancerian, you might be fueling the fire around a fire sign, maybe, right? These are really, you're just going to get confused with this. We'll break it down slightly. A breakdown service, someone might get broke in. Whatever this is, if it's involving fuel, physical fuel, be very careful if it's around a company, right? Because it might be stoking, might be from Stoke-on-Trent, or somewhere like that, or the name Stokes, Simon, or Stokes, right? And it might be fueling the fire, right? Because I'm picking up things being stoked and prodded, right, around like a bull, like let's just brand it. So the name Brandon, the name Lee, or brand. Like, we're going to have to make this our own brand. Man, you're going to get confused. What are you saying? So there are brands. There are things that are going out, people churning out, own business, very good. If you're looking to make a large dump sum of money into a building or a company, be very careful. Make sure that you cross all the I's, dot the T's. Look at what you're signing, okay? And go over it fully to make sure that you're not accountable for anything that went wrong in the business before you take over it, okay? Because if it was faulty for a start, it was faulty towers, right? So if it's a faulty tower and it's to do with electric and stuff like that, let Ricky. But if it's electric, then okay, there's a company. I can't say that one. Shit, man. So I'm hearing of children that could be of like disability, all this kind of thing. Disabilities, all this kind of thing, right? Disabilities, disability allowance, disability, travelling company, maybe to do with children of in need in wheelchairs and that kind of thing that need transport. Okay, that kind of thing there. So, but some of this, if you, I'm also hearing Jerry, the name Jerry, mouse trap, mouse trap, Jerry, Cherry Hill, or Jerry, the name Jerry, which is also a mouse. So if that is, then there's a cat. So it's also involving a Leo here somewhere, and that's more of a trap, more of a mouse trap. So someone's kind of like trying to leave this piece of cheese somewhere, trying to leave this piece of cheese to get someone to take it, right, to drop a trap on them. So I don't know if you've got mice, or if this place that you look at to buy has got like rats and mice all over it, right? Because I am definitely picking up like mouse droppings and like rat droppings, and this would be like in a building that you might take. Well, why can I not speak? That's normally when some weird stuff starts going on. Oh, that's normally when there's very strange energy around. Something that's toxic, like toxic waste or something like that. Because I don't ever do that. I only do that if there is something very important going on with me. It's a reason. It's reason. There's a reason for this. It's kind of like toxic waste of like diesel, or like because I can pick up this building having mould, and it might be someone that suffers through asthma or something like that, or aspergis, or like asthma, or emma, or asthma, hazmat, like a hazmat suit. Like you might need to put on a fucking hazmat suit to go into this place to be able to breathe, because I keep picking up that when you get in there you might not be able to breathe. So you're definitely looking at the Eight of Swords, Leo, Aquarius energies for a lot of you. And that it's a very nice place to visit, but I don't think I would want to live there. So like when you get there, it's going to make you feel like you ain't going to be able to breathe, like you ain't going to have any time left. I'm hearing that I feel like I haven't got any time left. Someone's struggling with their breathing, or breeding, struggling breathing. Definitely dealing with around Leo, Aquarian energies of the Eight of Swords though. Struggling to breathe. And I don't know if this is anything to do with Need to Breathe, the band Need to Breathe as well. But like someone that needs to breed, like they just need to breed, and it's like, oh, I don't even care, let's just take the place so we can start breeding. Right? But be very careful. Your main messages are, if you take on a building and it is desolate, right, it is dripping with water. Ralph, the name Ralph. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm hearing personal messages. Okay. You might go to a building of a maybe deceased loved one. or something, right? And it might be that when you go there, I mean, you can even do this as a cleaning service, but it feels like that you go to this place and it feels like it's grey and cold, right? And that might be like if someone leaves something to someone and it was in the Aries reading, you might turn up to this place and it might be the fact that this person wasn't looking after the place, or they weren't looking after it as much. And that when you turn up to their building, to their job, or to their house, or to something that was left to somebody, if someone passes, this person may not have been looking after themselves that well, and it might have been something to do with around like cold and damp, right? Cold and damp. So it might have, like, it might need, it really might need doing up in order to get the damp sorted out. Okay, Pam, I'm also here. Man, that is my... Oh, man. Okay. Pam. I'm hearing Pamela. Damn, Pam. Damn, Pam. Damn. Damn. Damn them to hell. Something to do with damn them to hell. Could be something to do with around a Capricorn energy. But like, damn. It is not as good as what I thought, or like this damn, bam, Freddie, Rock, Fred Flintstone, Fred, the name Fred, or Frida, but like, I don't know, anyway, main messages. If you turn up to this place, it could be like very cold, very damp, go over all your bookwork, everything else, make sure that you've done everything, make sure you've done your homework. Don't just go and buy a place off the whim like that and just say, okay, that's going to do. It might be someone cleaning out a house. If they lose someone, they might have to be called over there in order to go in, and they start noticing that a person probably wasn't looking after themselves as well as what they were before. And if they start to slowly, not provide a service for themselves, this could be a house that is kind of like really starting to, like, because they're saying that there's a house here that's starting to smell or something, like smell work. We're leaving the old smell work there. That might be why I stopped being able to breathe. But smell work, you might realise this person could have been doing spell work there. Spell work? Or work there, doing their work there. Working from home. Spell work there. Okay, we're going to leave it. So that's your channel predictions. So be very careful of those messages. They're very important, okay, around this business. So that's your 2021 predictions, okay. So now if you would hopefully like to help me out, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a tarot reading, but the one for Aries was very informative. So we're going to do a full card spread for you, okay, and see if any of this comes true in the cards or what your cards say, but it would more tell me around love and everything else as well. So we do a full spread and clarify the whole lot, okay, and see what you've got coming up for the whole year, okay. But like I said, the Aries one was very informative because it was a turnaround of different things. But if you want to join, it's very cheap, and it is only going to be over on the full access bundle of Patreon. Okay, so if you want to watch it and keep on it, you can join and come and go, but you get so much over there. There is also the bi-weeklies, everything else, loads of other things over on that side, but this one only does go to there, okay? You can find the link below. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can do with the email, but everything is explained below, guys. Here's to a great 2021, Taurus. And hopefully I will see you guys over on Patreon to see what your tarot reading is going to say that you've got coming up for the whole year. Okay? Alright guys, thanks very much. See you soon.